All right, welcome. It's Frank with Vyral Marketing. I got Molly Haynes and Andrew Duncan here. Jay White could not make it today, so it's just Andrew and Molly. And to catch you up, this is lesson 4 of 8 of how to recruit productive real estate agents to your brokerage or team. So everyone here is a current paying Vyral Marketing client, and they've hired us to help them get appointments with agents by staying in better touch with their database of agents using video and social media and a really good 36 touch nurture program. So to put this lesson in context, because if you're watching this video today, which we're going to talk about how to spike leads from your existing list, what are some offers for immediate response? What are some direct response lead generation offers? You can even call them funnels. What are some funnels we can set up to convince a real estate agent, a productive real estate agent, to put their contact information to a web form, which gives you a lead to follow up with and hopefully set an appointment, right? So before we get into that today, just real quick, just want to go back to everything we've learned so far. Lesson 1, we talked about how to build your agent lists, guys. So I can't do much unless we build your agent list. So go back and watch lesson 1 of how to do that at the highest level. Lesson 2, we actually spent time messaging your agent training site. So we need a website, we need a trap. We're going to put all the videos and all the assets to drive people back. And those are being built right now for you guys. You should be here in like a week or two. We went through how to message your website on lesson number 2. Lesson number 3 is like, okay, now that we have the agent list, all the agents that know who you are, you know them. And now that we have this website built, it's very clear the problem you solve and how people get involved with you and like applying the world people should join you or give you money, which is very clear on the site. Lesson 3 is, okay, let's pick some commonly asked questions that agents ask and let's answer them in the format for educational videos so people can spend time with you and get to know you and like you and just, spend time with you online. And the biggest thing to measure we talked about last week was consumption. How many hours a month are people spending with you watching your videos online so they warm up to you? So today's lesson, to get really good results in the Vyral plan, which as you guys know is 2 videos a month and 1 lead generation offer a month. We're going to talk about that monthly lead generation message. What can we write up? What story can we tell? What offer can we put out that's going to convince an agent to put their information to a form so you got like a really good lead to follow up with after they've been watching your videos and getting to know you? That's the gist for today. You guys ready?
Do it.
All right. Go. So let me show you how the basic premise of how a direct offer message works. So Andrew, I put something together for you. I'm going to put this in the chat right here. So it's in the chat if you guys are on the webinar. And if you're watching the replay and you're on YouTube, let me pull it up here as a screen share. Okay. So hang on here.
Him in his blue shirt.
Okay, here we go. So Andrew, one of the things that I did for you is here's the gist of a direct offer email. Don't even read this. All it is, hey, I have this thing I want you to get, and you can click here to get it. That's all I need to know. This works on the consumer side really well. Hey, do you want a cash offer on your home?
Yeah, you guys do that for me already. Yeah, that works really well.
Do you want to find out what your home is worth? Click here to find out.
And so the idea is doing one of these every month, Frank.
For agents.
So like 1 month it might be my billboards, download all my billboards. The next month it might be, here's my radio commercials. It could be, here's my TV commercials. Here's my listing presentation video. That's and I recorded a couple of videos based on those things too, which I think kind of tie up. We may want to schedule the videos to go like maybe the week before the lead gen email, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 1 a month. So basically what you want to do is I just want you to understand that the premise here is let's come up with something that arguably is worth paying for. Like what's something that someone would probably pay money for, but instead of paying money for it, they're going to pay with their contact information. Right. That's what they're going to go put in. So again, just conceptually, just wrapping your head around, hey, click here and download the business plan I'm going to follow in 2024. Here's some ideas. All right. Hey, click here and register to attend our next team training. That generates a lead. Hey, click here and just apply now to join our team of brokerage. That's fine too. Hey, click here and put all your information in to get my listing presentation. Right, Andrew? Hey, click here and get our whole book of scripts. Hey, click here and I'll give you my entire tech stack and vendor list that I use. Hey, click here and put your information in to get a free coaching call. Hey, click here and get all my past e-newsletters, which is I'm going to show you here in a second. Click here and I made a little DVD, if you will. I don't think people make DVDs anymore, but I'm dating myself.
They do.
This video on demand. I made this video on demand of my office tour. Okay. Et cetera, et cetera. So these are just all, you know, you write this email, say, I put this thing together for you and click here to get it. So here's an example. Hey, this is in addition to your 2 videos a month. This is just this third message every month. Hey, I want you to download all my 2023 past client and sphere emails. So fellow real estate agent, I'm writing you since we've done a deal together. You're on my outward agent referral list, or we're connected on social media. I just want to share all the video emails I've sent out to my database in 2023. These have helped me list considerably more homes this year by staying in better touch by giving value first. You're welcome to use my topics and scripts, and you can click here to download them for free. Is it Andrew?
Cool.
My database is my top listing lead source, and I still got to personalize this for you, but you get the gist of it. And then I even took a screenshot. This is really cool. I'm really proud of
That's
myself
cool.
on this one.
Oh, 4.9. Come on.
I'm gonna tout this one.
Man, if you're 5.0, you're bullshit. There's
true.
no way you do a lot
No
of
way.
sales and you have a 5.0. You're full of shit. You got a bunch
No
of
way.
fake people in the Philippines filling out reviews. If that's true,
I
every
would
one
go
of us
back
gets
and
some
make
bad
my
ones.
agents
Consumers
if
see
they
right
got
through it if you're 5.0.
My agents would get less than 5, and I was like, you go back and talk to that person right now.
So this is pretty
Now,
cool.
I think it actually
grabbed a screenshot of
validates
it.
you if you got a bad one here and there. They know
What-
you're gonna. Everyone's
Whatever
gonna screw
makes
up
you feel
sometimes.
good, Andrew.
Yeah, it works.
So I like putting this down here. I thought it was cool to grab screenshots of Zillow just so people know like what your actual production is. I think it's a cool way of showing that. Right. So by the way, here's our production from Zillow. So here's the deal. So here's this email with this, you can think of it as a funnel, right? Like, hey, here's this offer on a landing page. So now you put this together, you click this link, and it goes to a form. Now at Vyral, where customers a paper form, I've looked at all the different landing page builders out there, and this is the easiest, simplest, most scalable one that I like. That's what we went with.
Cool.
We basically put this in here, download all and this could be any headline, any subheadline. Let me be clear. Like you can model this for any of those offers I showed you earlier. And it's just basically put your information in to get it. So I ask for their email. I do ask if they have a real estate license or not. And if they say no, if they say yes, I ask how many deals they did. Put their first name in, last name, mobile phone number, email them to me now.
That's
and when
cool.
you click, let's actually test it out, by the way. Here. No. Frank Klesitz. And then
Frank's putting his real number on here, everybody. Blow it up.
call me.
Blow it up.
Yep. Email them to me now.
Frank.
So please check your email for the links. Now, you should have just gotten an email, Andrew, if it was set up correctly, that, hey, you have a new lead. Hey, this Frank Klesitz guy.
Yep.
Good. Great. Good job,
And
team.
I'm going to want to change which email address that goes to, but that's something we can deal with later.
Yeah. And then I should have gotten an email in my inbox. There it is from Andrew Duncan. Let me open up
Here's
a
my videos. Sweet.
There it is. Look, hi, Frank. Here are all the links you requested to the video emails I sent my database here. I picked the best ones for you below to model. Look at that. So there's all the links with your open and click rates. Boom. How great is that?
Sweet. Cool.
So that formula, let's drive this home. What's something of high perceived value an agent wants? Great. Let's put it behind a landing page that when they opt in for it, emails them out. And even if you don't have it yet, you can still say, I'll just email it to you in a couple of days, even if there isn't a confirmation email going out. All right. It's on a landing page, and let's write up an email that convinces somebody to click a link to go back and get it. And I recommend one of those every single month. All right. So Andrew, what I'd like to do is I put together that one for you to go out pretty much right away. Get all my video emails from 2023.
Okay, cool.
That's great. But that's not really the type of prospect that you want. All right. What I like to do right now is kind of talk you through some talking points of how to come up with what I think would be a really powerful direct response email for you to send out in December. Sounds good?
Okay.
So now when I come up with these, I usually like to always start with a story. Okay. One of the ways you're going to capture somebody when you're trying to write a Facebook post or you're trying to like influence or persuade someone to take action, you always open with a story. All right. So I'm thinking something like this. You know, I wanted to write you because I know a lot of real estate teams are rethinking their business plans with the changes to the buy side commission coming, most likely, and the fact that we need listings to maintain profitability in this business. And getting your agents to prospect to find all of that is one way of doing it, let's say, and a very challenging way of doing it. The other way to do that is with advertising. And I made that jump years ago by writing my very first check to buy radio ads in the year of what, Andrew?
That would have been 2009.
And I was scared to death.
And I was scared to death. And my first call was a trailer for like 30 grand. And it didn't have land attached to it. So I couldn't really sell it, but it was wheel estate.
Good. I want that in the story.
That's the honest truth. Like I was literally what I got was a trailer from an ad with Glenn Beck, and it was 30 grand. And I thought to myself, oh my God, the commission off this is going to be like $200 when it's all said and done.
And how much was the advertising commitment you committed to?
So I think my first month I spent like $3,200.
Okay, which was this huge amount of money for you at the time.
At the time, yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah. But since then, I never stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And radio and billboard and TV, by doing it correctly and buying it right, has allowed for me to sell X number of homes and has effectively made me a millionaire in real estate.
Yeah. Thousands of homes, 3 billion.
Mm-hmm.
3 billion in sales.
If you're thinking about spending money on advertising, I'd like to offer you a complimentary advertising review call.
Love it.
Follow me? So you see how I
Yep.
brought the call to action in after the story?
Yeah. Yeah. Like it.
So I started with the story. I want to offer you a free advertising review call. You may be talking to a radio station. You may be talking to a media buyer. You may be ready to sign a check, and you're looking at your cost per thousands. You're looking at your frequency and your reach. You're looking at your ad spots, 30 seconds, 60 second, right? Maybe you have the Arbitron reports and Nielsen audio reports, and you
Yep.
are completely terrified.
Yeah, I was too.
And you want a second opinion.
Yeah.
Click here. I'll give you one. I'll take a look at
Cool.
your media buy. I'll take a look at your messaging and make sure it's going to work for your market. And I'll tell you
Cool.
some things that you should probably prevent. No charge.
Cool.
And
Love
I'm
it.
sorry, man. Like, I love that, because anybody that's
Yeah.
going to be spending money on advertising
Mm-hmm.
for listings is someone you want to be talking to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Free advertising review call. Like
That's money for me. That's a highly targeted candidate.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big team. That's a big
Yeah.
team. That's huge.
And you can really be, I think you could really be known as that.
Cool.
Of, giving that look over my shoulder.
Yeah, I love it.
Second opinion. All right. So
Love it.
what I'd like you to do is work with your contact here at Vyral. They're going to ask you, hey, do you want to use one of the stock call to action? You want to use one of Frank's stock things, like get my video emails? Or do you want to kind of come up with something custom? Just redictate what we just said so we can write that
Yep.
up. We just drive it to a landing page.
Yeah, we do that with every month we have a new one that's
Yeah.
custom, geared around free advertising call, or then download the billboards.
I
Radio
love download all your
commercial.
billboards, man. I mean, how many billboard creatives do you have?
Probably 20.
Oh,
Probably at
so
least
cool.
20. Yeah, and I've got some funny ones. I've got some
Download
edgy
all
ones. I've got some ones I didn't even put out that I would let him download. Like download like the ones that I didn't even put on the boards because they were so edgy. So yeah,
That's cool,
I've
man.
got some edgy
Yeah.
ones.
That's great. Yeah, so come up with that, but the big takeaway,
Cool.
tell a story. Hook them with a
Okay.
story, which leads to the call to action near the end. All right, back to a
Awesome.
landing
Love
page.
it.
We know how to put all that together for you.
Cool.
All right, Molly, let's write one for you, shall we?
Okay.
I think I put together some notes this morning of what we would say here. So I think I was actually driving to get a coffee this morning, thinking about our call today. And let me kind of show you my creative process of how I put together a call to action email. I put my notes here in the chat. But if you are not, if you're watching the replay, let me just maybe put these in like
A paper form.
well, that'd be a landing page. That'd be no. We're going to use a Google Doc. That's all right. All right, there we go. Okay, so here you go, Molly. All right. Real estate friends. So I sat down recently and I updated our business plan for myself and my team for 2024 because we're kind of dealing with this new normal here in the Seattle market where I've been selling real estate for 10 years because
Did he say
transactions.
Seattle? Seattle. The
Seattle?
Seattle market?
Yeah,
Saddle.
Seattle.
Saddle.
Okay, all right. It
Seattle
sounded
market.
weird when he said it. It sounded like Frank was, it sounded weird when he said it.
He's still in Bangkok.
Could be
I was
having a
catching
stroke.
an accent there. Yeah, I was catching the Bangkok, Seattle accent.
Yeah.
The new normal here in Seattle is transactions are really low and it's really expensive to buy a house here. And we're going to have to focus on listings. So I sat down, I drew on 10 years of experience in the business and try to figure out what is the absolute least amount of effort to get the highest ROI in listings in a very competitive market at Seattle that's sustainable. All right. While I make sure I address the needs of the modern seller. So I came up with 3 key lead sources of what I'm going to focus on in 2024 and the agents on my team and even the agents in my downline here at Real Broker. And this is the plan I'm going to follow and I am following that's already working to get listing appointments. So I don't have to rely on necessarily too much of the buy side commission given the environment that we're going into. So this is the plan that I wrote for myself and the agents on my team. And it's for the agents who join and name me as their sponsor in Real. This is what they follow. And here in our team, we meet every single day, every morning, implement it, or 3 times a week, whatever it is, to hold each other accountable, helping each other. And I invite you to click here and download my business plan for free. That's the call to action link. See that?
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome to use it for yourself and your business, and you can teach it to your agents to get listings. You can download it now here for free. If you like it, you're also welcome to come to our execution meetings. You can either come to them in person here in our office in Seattle, or you can join us on Zoom. Just email me back for an invite and you can download the business plan now. See that? Unless I lost it. So we'll write that up for you, Molly. Got it?
Got it.
That will go up on a paper form and it'll say download my business plan.
I already have it
Good.
on a paper form.
And what's really nice with Canva, the Canva has really nice like ebook templates. So it's really easy to go into Canva and make like a little book, you know, Molly's business plan, put the information in, and then, you know, when they opt in, you can set it where it kicks out an email to send to them. But sometimes, usually what happens, guys, is like we'll put together the direct offer campaign, but you won't have it done. Like you won't actually have like the business plan, or you won't have the billboards together. Like you won't actually have the deliverable package together to give them once they opt in. I don't care. I still send it. I just say on the success page, I'll send it to you shortly. Thanks for requesting it, which is perfectly fine too. All right. So Molly, I want you to send out something on getting your business plan for 2024, following that framework that I wrote for you. Got it?
Got it.
All right. The other thing that we're going to do, so you put together a landing page with an item of value behind it, and you send out an email to your database to tell them to go request it. You guys got that. We just covered that right now. But there is one more thing you can do, which is obviously updating Facebook or social media with effectively the same message, driving people to the same webpage to get it. So Andrew, we put together a little Facebook ad for you. Let me play it. I'm very proud of it.
You said you're going to play it?
Yeah, it's actually a video.
Really?
If I can find it. Yeah.
Okay.
This is all done in
AI
Canva.
me? Did you AI me, or did you just?
No,
is it a stock video?
I used it's custom, but it was made in Canva, so it was really easy to copy and paste and be able to do over. So this is all done in Canva if I could find it.
All right.
Hang on. I lost it.
I have friends that are like AIing themselves and producing videos and send them to their database. And it's pretty wild to see. It's crazy.
Oh, darn it. I didn't make one for you. Huh. Well, I'll show you how it's going to look. Let's do
Okay,
that.
show me how it's gonna look.
Yeah. Hang on, let me log in. Sorry, I'm doing these live webinars. I want all my logins to work, but they don't. All right, hang on. All right, here we go. All right, share my computer screen, share my audio. So it's going to look something like you. Can you hear it?
Oh yeah, that's cool. Okay.
Here we
Yeah, I
go.
got you. Cool.
There you go. So that would be the ad, and that would go up on your Facebook and Instagram.
Cool.
Remember in lesson 2, we talked about syncing your agent CRM over to Facebook and making sure we
Yep.
have all the agents we can possibly reach on your social media. All I got to do is run an ad campaign then. So if you hit your whole list with an email, just one, could you do email 2 and email 3 and do a whole launch campaign? Yes, but that's not what Viral's going to do. Just one email. All right. Then you post it to social media with maybe a little retargeting. Dude, you're going to drive leads. All right. So offer behind landing page once a month. Email goes out, driving people to it. Social media post goes up, driving people to it. Here's the last thing, is a little more of a pro tip that I can't do for you at Vyral, but would really, truly help, is you call in some favors and ask people to write on social media about it. You just call in some favors. So Andrew,
Like they write a comment, you mean on the ad?
well, because remember, you're going to have a landing page, like it's gonna be like, Andrew's billboards.paperform.com is going to be this page, right?
Right.
Or you're going to have the Facebook post.
So you're saying like on the Facebook post, when you do the sponsored ad, have people jump on and make a comment on the ad itself? Is that what you're saying?
share? I would say share it. Like basically get them,
share it. Okay. Okay.
share it, or they can go write their own post with the link, or they can share it.
Cool.
But I don't know. Like I would go to your upline. So
yeah, for sure. That's where I would go. Yeah, absolutely.
I'd be like, guys, look, I named you as a sponsor. Hook me up, right? You're getting a piece of my commission. Can you just like repost this?
Yeah, for sure. I can definitely get the guys in my line to do that. So
and if you can get a few people to repost a Facebook post, and not even repost, or just like write something about it. Yeah. This is something you have to do. Dude, you get so much better exposure.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially it's in like certain Facebook groups. So
yeah, for sure. One question on that though, Frank, on the social media thing. I think you had said originally, and maybe I have it wrong. Originally, when I start doing all this, I do it in my own name and in my like the Dunkin' Duo accounts. But eventually, the idea would be for it to be branded on its own, like the Do-Over movement, for example. I would want to have branded to itself. Do you think you do that at some point or no?
I don't know. I don't have the answer. You just texted me about that.
Yeah,
I don't know yet. Keep it with Andrew Duncan now.
Okay, Andrew Duncan and my Dunkin' Duo stuff, and then eventually, like maybe if it gains enough traction,
we can work it into that as you build it.
Okay,
as you build a community.
I got you. Okay,
it's like, dude, and that's kind of the thing. It's like when Vyral started, it was just Frank Klesitz, and no one knew what the heck that was.
Right,
and then it took a while for me to separate to what that was. You know what I mean?
Well, that's kind of the same with my business. Like I don't go out and meet with the customers. So like it's a team and they know it isn't just me. So it's kind of the same. So the other question I have then on the same token with the God, I just drew a blank and it was about social.
It's about your branding and what probably the branding you're gonna put out there.
Right? I think, but it was also just keep going. I'll think of it.
Okay. Well, look, today's lesson on the Vyral plan once a month, I want a direct offer email to your list. You're going to put a high something of value behind a landing page. Hold on. You're going to send an email out. You're going to make a Facebook post. We handle that. We got it. All right. We're going to do that for you. But the third thing, just because you guys are here because you want to get the most out of this, just call in some favors. And the easiest favors to call in to ask people to share are the people that are making money off of you, which for both of you are the people in your uplines.
Also, team members too.
Yep.
You could get your team,
yeah,
although they're not going to be
forever.
as influential. It's just going to get their kind of a lower quality person versus a major team leader that's got 5,000 maxed out people.
Yep.
The Facebook group was my question. Should I maybe, like, as I'm building this, then create a Facebook group, say, hey, join my free Facebook group where I give you like daily tips?
If you want to manage it, man.
Okay.
Look, right. I have never created a Facebook group at Vyral Marketing. I mean, through all the fads, all through the 2010s when that was like the super big thing, I never did it because it's real resources to manage it, and it's just a huge time suck. I honestly, man, I would probably, I can't give you advice. I can't give you advice on that.
Maybe if it gains enough traction and I have enough people, then there's enough interest in maybe other people contributing.
Ask for it. Ultimately, what it comes down to, if enough people are demanding it and they would actually are asking for it, then do it.
I got you.
Yeah, but I would tell you, my initial reaction is I don't like it at all because I'm building something on someone else's platform. All of my resources go into like phone calls, texts, letters, and mail because there's no one in toll position that can take that from me. Right. So like if you're putting all of your resources into a YouTube following, next thing you know, your YouTube channel shut down. Or you put all your resources into like a Facebook group, next thing you know, you're locked out and you can't get in there because you're on someone else's platform. But if you focus on mailing addresses, emails, and texts,
then you're still in control and you don't have the risk.
You're in control.
Your thing getting shut down. Yeah, like I have a friend that runs a huge car club. And he charged as part of this group and he made a ton of money, and then Facebook shut the group down, and then he completely lost his whole business.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yep.
So I think I would bias it toward focusing on the real list.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So that's my lesson for today. Now I probably would write something up for Jay. Okay. But Molly, you're gonna have your website getting built out. You're going to submit your agent list to us. You're going to schedule your monthly time to shoot your couple videos, providing some narrow in scope tip. Remember, I like to bring the scope of the content down. All right. And then I want you to get an email out, after you launch and follow the process, to download your business plan for 2024. And you've already sent it to me. It looks great. It's fine. It doesn't have to be too complicated. Like your business plan can be one page. I think that's the other thing I want to bring up is a really great lead generation offer or lead magnet or bait to put behind a landing page is a quick, instant, magical, instant fix to a problem that's very simple and not overthinking it. So like one page checklist. It could even just be a Zoom meeting. Like I could take this this YouTube video right now and put it behind a landing page to learn how to generate leads from your list and opt in to get this, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Do not overthink the complexity or how great this has to be. It is free. And all you're doing is people are putting in their contact information to get it.
Can you connect Paperform to your CRM?
Yes. You should be able to. So Paperform has a lot of native integrations, and we will do that with you. So when we set up your Paperform, how can you get that to push into your CRM? There's a lot of native integrations. Those are the best. If it doesn't integrate natively, it'll integrate with Zapier. So you can push it in.
Okay. Hey, Molly, one recommendation I would have on the videos, because I found I sat there thinking to myself, recording 2 videos every month about this. As I recorded the first few of them, it spurned me into other ideas. And it is like the biggest relief to have just blocked off a day and recorded 9 months of them. I can't recommend that enough, because we get busy. We get caught up with other stuff, and then we can't get away. And then you have a week and you don't get to them. And then so I was super happy with doing that. As I did it, I realized, oh God, there's another idea and there's another one. So I'd only scheduled 16 videos. That's what we were recording. And I got 22 done because as I would talk about a particular topic, it would like fuel me, and I kind of got on a roll. And it is like the biggest relief for me to know that that part of it is done. Now it's just editing it, putting them into emails, hosting them, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, and it's all, and again, like, you know, I have a couple of females I coach, and like they are much more concerned than I was about what I looked like and how my hair looked and my makeup. And it's like, you can get all that done and perfect and right, and then just knock out a bunch of them. And then you don't have to like the day that you need to record video, and then you feel like it isn't your good hair day or whatever. Like you can get all that done. You can get your hair, makeup, act like you're going to the prom, get it all perfect, and then record like 9 months of video. And then you are set for a while. And that to me, I think makes a ton of sense.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like
Yep.
I've done a lot of video, but I felt like I always was so stressed out about doing it right. And it was so inauthentic. So now I'm like, okay,
Yep.
screw it. I'm just gonna do it how I
Because you're
feel like
checking off
doing
a
it.
box, right? You're like, you're doing it to get
I'm
it
like,
done,
this
or you're
home is
recording
so
to.
beautiful. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's like I did it, and man, I have to tell you, like I feel like once I started talking, it's like stuff we talk about every day. I like spurned another creative idea, then another creative idea. But the fact that I was able to get them all done in that kind of setting, I think is the way. Like Frank, you even mentioned that too. To me, like you had told me, like, hey, we could go somewhere, and then you could just record all this content. Like to me, I kind of did that same thing. I just did it at my house, and it was a lot easier to block that off and not have to like each week be like, oh God, I got videos tomorrow, and man, I haven't shaved, or I don't feel like I look great, or this or that, or what am I going to wear? And so you can do wardrobe changes if you want. I actually didn't, but like you could if you wanted to like mix it up. But yeah, I strongly recommend recording months out in advance, especially for some of this stuff, because it's not as if you know, like when we're talking about stats or the market, it's kind of hard to record that far out. But when
this content's more evergreen.
Yeah, I think so too.
Thank you.
The 1 monthly appointment to shoot 2, which is kind of where you start shooting a whole bunch up front, which the agent recruiting side lends itself to being able to do that versus more specific to the market content. Correct.
Yeah. The customer stuff, I don't think you can do that. It's a lot harder to do that with, for sure.
Third option, Molly, you're doing your trainings every week. We talked about is we can just publish the trainings or little excerpts from the trainings. So this video right here, this hour we're together or so, is record, and I publish this and send this out. So this is my content.
I've been collecting them. I have them.
Good. All right. And then we're working with metrics masterminds. They do like 4 2-day in-person events a year, and they record the full 2 days. And we have all the footage of like these 2-day long masterminds. So what we do is we run them through, we're testing which one's the best AI to run it through, but there's all these things where you can go drop hours of footage in there, and it will kind of figure out like where a good clip is. I think we're trying right now Grain, GRAIN, and we'll just go pull clips, and we can use the clips from long form content for helpful excerpts for videos. So those are just different options that are available to you. Going back to last week's lesson of how to actually come up with something relevant to send out. All right. So that's all I have for the lesson today. I just want you guys to know every month, on top of your 2 videos going out, let's send something out that generates leads. Got it?
I like it.
Yes, I'm almost done with my list. So then I think we can I think my plan was kind of working on the videos, and like my launch kind of Jan 1 was really my plan. I think so much gets lost from this point through the end of the year in clutter and people being off and not paying attention. So my plan was launching all my stuff Jan 1.
I'll tell you, from the 15 years now of doing this, the week of the year that gets like the most response for real estate, like if I was ever going to do a product launch or ever wanted to sell something, is between Christmas and New Year's.
Everybody's moving for the New Year because they want to keep their snaps.
Yeah. The industry is just like,
I can't do that because I would be off that damn week.
Yeah.
So.
But Christmas and New Year's is a good time to, like, if you're trying to kind of a resonate a growing your business message to the real estate audience.
Okay.
Anecdotally, that's a good week to sell
You could
something.
make a post about your trip and send it to them.
Well, and I could maybe I'll work on that then. I can see if my video guys and stuff can get started a little sooner so they can go out while I'm gone, but I'll be off from Christmas through the New Year's. So
Do you guys have any questions for me on anything we've covered so far?
no, I think that the one question I had was the Facebook group was probably the one outstanding question I had, and sounds like that's
the novice is going to say, yeah, great, do it. I mean, so the rookie is
Yeah.
going to tell you, oh, it's a great idea, go create a Facebook group. Like no one would usually say no to that, but someone who's a pro, maybe myself,
says no.
would say
I got
no. Mm-mm.
All the other
There's a lot of-
masterminds that we're in don't have them. Like, are the ones that you're in? Do they have them? I have one mastermind that does. We don't really use it. We use the chat.
Yeah,
I have
mean, like,
one that does use it and uses it. There's a lot of activity and sharing and posting and content and stuff. So I have one that does
Sounds
use it
like a lot
pretty
of work.
effectively.
it is. There's a lot of work to it, and there's a lot of moderation, and it's
All
a
the
real
files
investment of
go in
focus of
there,
time.
and every day.
Yeah, but there's
they're
only like
"Where's
in
that
this
one
group, there's only
file?"
like 50, there's maybe 50 or 60 people, and I think 10 of them are moderators, and it's like they're all like team leaders. So it's not like you're dealing with like the same level, I guess. you
Yeah,
could
that's a
say.
really, really close knit group
Yeah,
versus usually how
100%.
most Facebook groups is let's jam
Yeah,
it.
where it's like thousands of
Random
people and you're
people in
dealing
there
with
as
like trying to
possible. Yeah.
moderate
Yes.
some Yahoo that
Yeah. What's the best
Yeah.
CRM? What's the best CRM?
yeah, exactly.
Number one
The
question.
one you use.
Come to
Yeah.
my open house.
Yeah. No,
All right,
that's
so
not this group.
So let's go through what we're going to cover in the remaining lessons to really rock your recruiting. Look, build your agent list, get a website set up, start sending out helpful videos so people spend time with you, and spike that audience for leads once a month. That's the main takeaways of what we covered so far. Okay. What we're going to move into next is a little bit of direct mail next week. So, okay, Frank, we're
Cool.
using email and social media, and I will tell you it's not that great. I'll show you your open rates on your email. You'll be lucky if 30% of people even open it, right? And when it comes to your target market, especially you, Andrew,
The higher end,
the
the
real
people
higher
I
end,
really want to go after.
do you know how do you know Facebook and Instagram is going to throw up the ad? You'll never know. You'll never know if they're going to see it ever. You don't know.
And you recommend, I think from a cost perspective, I think you were saying that direct mail campaign would be to like a small list of really highly targeted, higher profile type people.
Because again, I'll teach you guys to use letters. You can also use postcards.
I'm more of a right now. Like I thought we were going to write letters to the agents. Can we do that now for Christmas?
You want to send a letter? Yeah, we'll talk about next week.
Yeah.
Next week, we're going to talk about direct mail. So, and I practice everything we preach. I'm doing postcard because it's simpler and I have a larger list right now. But this is just an example. Like, hey, here's why this person maybe switched over to LPT Realty. See that?
Okay.
And then here's the back.
I interview somebody and makes sense.
So I want to show you. You can take the video email. You could take the message that's going out by email, and you could take the message that's going out on social media, which isn't really great media of delivering a message,
right?
And just put it on a physical thing and put it in the mail to the right prospects.
Cool.
That's what we're going to talk about next week.
Okay, right? Cool.
Hang on. Then we're going to talk about some social media retargeting so we can make sure that we can boost it a little bit. And then we're going to go into, okay, now we have a list of everyone who's clicking to watch the videos. And we have all these people hopefully opting in on your web forms. How do we follow up and book appointments? Yep. Whether you do that or you give it to an assistant. And then last
it's going to be somebody else for me.
Yep. And then last but not least, all this costs money, postage, Facebook ad spend, paying Vyral. Who else wants to be in front of an audience of real estate agents that might pay to be an advertiser with you? And we'll spend some time on that with the last meeting. All right.
Cool. One last question, Frank, and it goes back to the schedule for next week. There is a chance I have to book a flight to go pick up my mom in Indiana. I'm going to do my best to be on the call. I
Yeah,
just haven't put the schedule
if
together
not, no
yet.
big deal. That's why it's always 2 to 3 people a week.
Cool.
Hopefully Jay can
Sweet.
make it and Molly will be here.
So I think I'll make it, but I've got to book the flights and look at all the schedule with her and then figure that out. I haven't booked it yet, but it's around this same time next week that I'm going to be flying to Indiana and then flying back, like literally like the same or next day. So
Okay, no worries.
fun stuff.
All right, guys. I want to take
Cool.
more of your time. Thanks for watching,
Thank you
everyone.
both.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.